Hey Nashville, we're back with a guide to healthy living with Dr. Liz and Dr. Jason, your local health and wellness experts right here in Nashville, Tennessee on News Radio 1510.
Yes, we're back. Happy day to everybody out there. Again, like Dr. Liz said, we are both health and wellness experts. We have offices located. Dr. Liz is in Brentwood, Tennessee. I am located a little south of her in Franklin, Tennessee, and we're here every week as your health and wellness guides. Our mission is to educate you on all things healthy, and we really want you to be able to live and achieve your full potential.
Absolutely. Everybody should have the ability or at least some access to their healthiest life possible, and that's where we come in and want to be your, what is it called, a Sherpa?
Yes.
Your health Sherpa.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah, we both have successful chiropractic offices. Again, like I said, Dr. Liz is in Brentwood. I'm in Franklin. We have a combined 22 years of experience treating all kinds of conditions. People see us every week for headaches, neck pain, back pain, all kinds of issues, which mean that their body's not functioning right. They're looking for a different way. They're tired of drugs, surgeries, and just not getting results.
Absolutely. If you've listened to our show, our episodes before, we often talk about similar topics, and you may hear us talk about chiropractic care for children, for adults, for people even, over the age of 70 and 80 and even up into their 90s.
Yeah.
Chiropractic is for everyone.
I always say from the cradle to the grave. I like that.
From the cradle to the grave, exactly. What we want to go over today, we've touched on this topic many times before because it's probably my most successful symptom that I work on in my office, the one that I treat the most, the one that I see the best results with, and the one that really can change people's lives.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to work on is people's headaches and neck pain. Those are the two most common things that I see in my office.
Yeah, when I look at my new patients every week and I go through my statistics and see what's bringing the most people in, I think especially, I want to say especially this time of year, but I see it, this time of year because parents are under a lot of stress. Kids are getting out of school, tension's going up, stress levels are going up. Allergies, another big reason why people are having headaches. But usually I see the largest increase of headaches around stressful times in people's lives. Holiday times are another huge time where I see
end of the
headaches.
year. And then depending on your industry, you might have cycles where every month, either the beginning of the month or the end of the month is your busy time of the month. And that tends to be when your headache could pop up, is during your busy time of the month, whenever that may be.
With women, too, especially around menstrual times. I see
Absolutely.
a lot of women coming in for headaches. The interesting thing that I see a lot, though, that always amazes me is people are used to dealing with their headaches, but these stressful times that we've just talked about are when their headache frequency even gets worse. They're like, I'm used to dealing with, 2, 3, 4 headaches a week, but now I'm having it every day, so it's made me want to come in.
Yeah, or the 2, 3 headaches a week, maybe you will call them mild to moderate, and then maybe when they're stressed, they go from moderate to severe. They just get worse.
Yep. And, and then the other reason is that people get tired of living on pain pills. At the beginning, they thought it was maybe a good solution to their problems, but now it's not working as well. Or they're starting to think, going, you know what, I've been popping these pills for years now. It's not getting rid of the problem. And you know what? I'm starting to think it's probably having a hard effect on my kidneys, my liver, my overall body.
What else is it doing in there?
Exactly. And they're getting a little concerned about living, their life popping pills, but also they're also starting to think, you know what? It's not getting rid of the problem. At best, it's masking it, and it's not even doing a good job of that anymore.
Yeah. A lot of times, and specifically with headaches, I feel like patients are misled, is maybe a good word, to believe that the pills they are taking for the headaches are fixing the headaches. So what I mean by that, you may be given a prescription drug that you're supposed to take as the pain reducer. When you get the headache, you take that drug, and it might help during that episode. Mm-hmm. Okay? But then it keeps coming back. It's not fixing them. It's just helping you when you get them. Our solution is a step better than that. Let's stop you from getting them in the first place so you don't even have to have that prescription drug as your crutch to fix them, because they've gotten to the point where they're so bad that over-the-counter stuff doesn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd like to also offer is every week we have a special. We have a special that we offer to about 20 lucky listeners out there who want to take advantage of this. We offer an exam, a consultation, and special x-rays that we take. You'll get a one-on-one time with either Dr. Jason or myself. That normally is a $250 value, but if you call the show right now, 615-727-3107, you can have that offer for only $40. That's a $250 value for $40. So give that number a call, 615-727-3107. If we're talking to you, pick up the phone, make that call. If you happen to be in the car and you don't have a pen right now, don't wreck trying to get that number. Just remember A Guide to Healthy Living, radio.com. Don't forget the radio.
Yep, and there are a few exclusions, I should
Excursions?
say. Excursions. I was thinking about the automobile exclusions. It doesn't cover Medicare, and there's a few other restrictions also, not developed by us, but by...
Well, and all he means is workers' comp. So
Yes.
as long as you're not Medicare or workers' comp, you're okay.
You're good. Give us a call. But,
Yeah.
and if you are someone that's suffering with headaches and neck pain, I always say that headaches are a very common problem in our society today, but by no means are they normal. You're not designed to have headaches daily.
Or monthly.
Or weekly.
If you're having more than one headache a month, that is abnormal.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
Yeah, and you know what? And the headache exists for a reason and one reason only, and it's for your body to be able to communicate with you to say, "Hey, there's an underlying problem." It's no different than the gas light coming on in your car.
It needs gas.
It needs gas. It's not that there's a problem with your dashboard, like why does this dang light keep lighting up? No, you put fuel in the tank, the light goes away. The same thing with the body. Give the body what it needs, the pain's going to go away.
But don't take that example to mean you have a headache, so give it a pill to make it go away. That's not what he's talking about.
No.
We want to find out why you have the headache and fix the problem that's causing the headache in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mask it. I mean, so many people live their life masking symptoms, never listening to what their body's truly trying to tell them. The problem is that the underlying problem continues to get worse. So if we're talking to you, we're talking exam, consultation, x-rays, $250 value. We're offering it for only $40. It's for a limited number of callers. So give us a call now, 615-727-3107, or visit our website, aguidetohealthylivingradio.com.
And stay tuned because we're about to cut to a short break. Stay tuned. I want to talk about an exciting patient that I had last week who actually came in with what we'll call a raging migraine. I want to tell you how that visit actually went and what we did for her. So you're listening to A Guide to Healthy Living. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back, Nashville. You are listening to A Guide to Healthy Living with Dr. Liz and Dr. Jason right here on News Radio 1510 WLAC. We are your health and wellness experts. Today, we are talking about one of the big symptoms that we see in our office daily, headaches.
Headaches and migraines.
Headaches and migraines. If we're out there talking to you, give us a call, 615-727-3107. We want to help.
We can help. We don't just want to help. We can help. We are your solutions for your chronic headaches and migraines. Before we cut out to that short break, I was talking about a patient that I had just last week, and she came in. She's been a patient for years, and I don't want to say she's trained, but she's well trained. She's a good trained patient. She knows the rules. She keeps up with her maintenance care, but occasionally she'll still get a headache, and it's not near as often as they were when she started. She might get them, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a year, whereas she was getting them 4 or 5 times a week. So we've definitely gotten them more under control. But in between her maintenance visits, she had a headache, and she came in. She knew to call. She knew to get in right away. What we did was we assessed where the problem was. We figured out she had slept on her sofa the night before watching the Preds. Woohoo! They were doing really well, but I guess she fell asleep anyway. But she fell asleep watching the Preds on the couch and woke up the next morning really stiff and achy. And then 2 days later, she started having that migraine. And she knows now that she's learned, and she's been coming in for a couple years, that her headaches come from her neck. It was so bad that she had to take something before she could even get in the car to drive to see us. And she said it hadn't worked. It wasn't working. My headache's still, a 10 out of 10 pain. I feel like I have to go to the emergency room, but I knew to come here. And within 20 minutes, she said it went from a 10 out of 10 pain to a 3 out of 10. And then I saw her again 2 days later, and she said, oh, yeah, but by the time I got to work, it was totally gone. So within a 30-minute time spot, she went from I'm about to go to the emergency room to totally normal. So if we're talking to somebody like you or like my patient that I was just talking about, give us a call. 615-727-3107. Let us check you out because we can help. We're not always a quick fix, but once your body is to a point where those kind of things actually help better than medication, your body will respond much quicker when we get your body much more stabilized. So 615-727-3107. That gets you a consultation, exam, and x-rays with either Dr. Jason or myself. That test is normally $250, but give us a call and it's only $40.
Yeah. Take action. Try something new to get a different result. If you keep on doing the same thing that you're doing, looking for a different result, I believe that's the definition of insanity, they say.
It sure is.
Yep.
And if you don't have a pen to write that number down, give us a look up on the internet, the interwebs, the world wide webs, whatever you want to call it, at a guide to healthylivingradio.com. Our information is there as well.
Yep. And if we're talking to you out there, or maybe you're someone going, you know what, I have headaches, but are they really talking to me? Some of the symptoms that we find that are common among our neck pain and headache sufferers are, one of the big ones is you can't move your neck. And if you're driving right now, you go, you know what, every time I try to look to the right or the left, I hate driving because I can't move, or I can't look up at the ceiling, can't look down at the floor, or I just know that those movements are really restricted. Boom, we're talking to you.
Yeah, those are some early warning signs that something way worse is about to come down the road. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month or even next year, but those are warning signs. Those are like your check engine light popping on just because your gas cap is loose, but it still pops on because you need to address something that's causing that check engine light to pop on.
Yep. Another one is neck muscle tenderness. Are you one of those people that you always are telling your spouse, say, this is where it hurts. If you dig right there, I got a knot right there. It's always right there. This is where it hurts, and this is where I'm always applying pressure to try to get that knot to go away.
Yeah, we're talking to you guys. If you're having to rub your spouse, your wife, your partner, your girlfriend, I don't know, maybe your mom makes you come rub her neck or something, but if you're the one that's having to rub somebody else's neck, make them give us a call.
Yes. Take the pressure off of you.
Yeah. Or vice versa. Maybe the wife is having to rub the husband's neck. It works both ways. But if we're talking to you, again, that number is 615-727-3107. Just give us a call. Get on our schedules. We have a limited number. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we're not going to be open Monday as it is. So the shortened week means we're going to have less availability.
Yep.
So get on our schedule.
Another key factor that you can look at either in yourself when you look in the mirror or, a significant other is what we call forward head carry.
Oh, yes.
Are you one of these that your head is way forward and out front of where it should be, not over your shoulders, but you kind of have like turtle head going way out in front?
Turtle head. I always like to say, especially for women, this is easier to imagine. If you're wearing long dangly earrings, do your earrings hang in front of your shoulders or right on top of your shoulders? You want your earrings to hang on top of your shoulders, not in front. That means you have forward head carriage. And this is a very vain thing to even worry about, but do you know what forward head carriage does long term? It causes the old lady hump, that big jiggly spot at the top of your back as you age. That can actually be avoided. Once it's there, we can't do a whole lot about it, but you can stop it from getting worse if you're already starting to get those postural, ugly symptoms of having bad posture.
Yep. And another one is related to posture is, are you one of these people that you're getting headaches on a regular basis after you're performing at work, meaning that you're sitting at a desk in front of a computer typing all day, and by the time you're done with your work day, your neck is screaming, your mid-back is screaming, you got a headache? Again, pressure on that neck.
Absolutely. And these are the patients that actually probably respond the best in my office because It's not that it's an easy fix, but it's that it's so basic for how the body is supposed to work. Just allowing the body to do what it's supposed to is what makes it feel the best. And it's basic biomechanics of the spine. Yep. So if we're talking to you, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, give us a call, 615-727-3107. We're talking exam, consultations, x-ray. It's normally a $250 value in our office. We're offering it for $40. Not a better investment you can make in your health, but spots are limited.
Spots are very limited. And hey, Jimmy, how many spots do we have left?
We have 16 left. Call now.
16. Absolutely. Call now, because those 16 spots will go fast, and we already have a shorter work week because, woohoo, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, so give us a call, 615-727-3107. Get on our schedule. Let us show you a different way besides popping the pills and just continuing to suffer with what you are experiencing. It's amazing to me that people come in and I'm like, oh, they're like, it hasn't been that bad for that long. And then we start digging into it and they're like, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, I've had headaches, multiple times every week for the last 5 years. That's a long time to suffer.
I know. And I'll go through a new patient exam, and we go through a pretty in-depth history. We start digging deep to see when these things actually started. We get during the exam itself where we're actually feeling the spine, and I'm feeling these tight, puffy spots. And to the patient, it feels almost like a bad bruise is what I like to describe it as. But to me, it feels like a rolly, crunchy, hard knot. And we start digging on those things, and sometimes just the exam itself can trigger those headaches. That's 100% sign that it's coming from your neck.
Yep. Another one that I see a lot that comes in my office are the self-poppers, I call them.
Oh, God, I hate those.
The people that are twisting their neck all the time trying to get rid of the pain. This is one of the worst things you can do. It's almost a guaranteed way to get arthritis, plus the problem never is going to go away, and you're creating a multitude of other problems.
You're creating ligament damage.
Oh,
that
yes.
self-pop when you do that yourself, you're forcing the bones that are already mobile to be more mobile. Chiropractors are trained to only move the stuck bones.
Yep. And that's why it never goes away, because you never get at what you're trying to get at. All you're doing is affecting other areas and making them move way too much and causing all kinds of other problems.
And that's one of I will say it's probably not just my pet peeve, it's probably every chiropractor's pet peeve, is you're sitting there during an exam and that patient sits there and cracks their own neck in front of you. And I say, knock it off. You're at the chiropractor. Don't do that in front of me.
Yes.
It's not a good thing to start doing. It's a bad habit to get in. And though it helps temporarily, you're not helping the problem. Let us help the problem. We're trained. We go to school for at least 8 years, if not more, to learn how to do it the correct way. So if you're a self-popper, if you're a multiple time a week headacher, give us a call, 615-727-3107, or a guide to healthylivingradio.com. Again, that'll get you an exam, a consultation, x-rays for a $250 value for only $40.
Yep.
Give us a call. Those spaces will be limited. Again, 615-727-3107, a guide to healthylivingradio.com, and we will be back after this short break. And we're back. We're back with a guide to healthy living here on News Radio 1510 WLAC. Dr. Jason was just making fun of me a couple weeks back. I totally zoned out when I was supposed to be signing us back on air and was just staring at the wall.
Nothing worse than when you're waiting for her to open up and welcome everyone back, and she's just in her own. Although you look very happy, I will give you that. So I felt bad startling you out, be like, "Hey, we're back on." But yeah.
Anyway, so we are back, and yes, we do goofy things in between the segments here, but that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, that is what it's all about. And again, you are listening to Dr. Liz and myself. I'm Dr. Jason. We're health and wellness experts. We love showing people a different way. Dr. Liz's office is located in Brentwood, Tennessee. I'm a little south of her in Franklin, Tennessee. And I like to say that, we are your health and wellness experts. We take incredible amount of time learning things, studying things. We're our own guinea pigs. Anything that we tell you to do, we've already done ourselves. And we know that the lifestyle that we're talking about works because we live it.
Absolutely. And when we say we truly practice what we preach, I got an adjustment just this morning before we had to head out. So I get adjusted at least once a week. I know Dr. Jason is the one who does my adjustments most of the time. And Same with him. He gets adjusted once or twice a week as well.
Yep. And we're talking about what your body is trying to tell you. And specifically, we're talking about neck pain and headaches today. Again, it's your body communicating with you. And thank goodness your body is working at a level that it can tell you that there's an underlying problem. But now, once it's told you that, the power is in your hands and you need to take action. Challenges in America, there's a lot of different ways that you can take action. A very common way is to pop a pill. And I wish saying that popping a pill would resolve everything.
Wouldn't that be nice?
The challenge is you're not comparing apples to apples. Medicine does very well, especially when we're talking about headaches, at addressing symptoms. And, you mask a symptom, but the challenge is the underlying problem never goes away. In fact, it just continues to get larger. And if that worked, I'd be the biggest advocate of it. The problem is
that would be so much nicer.
It doesn't. And then the other problem is every drug by definition has a side effect. So it's not like you take that pill, it just goes to the headache and no other part of your body. It's affecting all areas of your body. That's why all the drugs have all those warning signs. And, during the commercials, you listen for about a minute of all the adverse effects that are possible.
Yeah, while in the background, people are skipping and frolicking on the beach to try to distract you from the horrible crap that they're listing off. I mean, Some of those medications are for things that are not near as bad as the side effects are.
Yeah, exactly. I often think, I'd rather have whatever the problem is rather than the possibility of all those side effects.
Absolutely. So what we're going to go over a little bit today, I know Dr. Jason wanted to tell a personal, more of a, I would call it a heartwarming story. And I wanted to give you guys a test that you can test on your own at home as well to see if you would be a good candidate for what we're talking about. So I don't know if you want to go with your story first, and we'll hold my tip at home or test for an at-home test that you can do yourself.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's hear the story first.
My story is a personal story. It's about my mom, and I can remember as far back my mom having headaches, and I can remember them just being bad. I can remember them, migraines where she's just sitting in a dark closet, a head in her hands, and she's miserable. And she went years and years and years trying all the different meds, always hoping that there was a way that the headaches would go away. And sometimes they got better, but they never went away. And the medicines never worked the way that she was always hoping they would. The challenge is that I always think back, and this is one of the reasons I love having this show, is I wish when she was, way back then and I was younger, that there was a show on like this so that somebody could have said, hey, chiropractic is a great way to address migraine headaches, because I know she would have given it a shot. But unfortunately, she didn't know that, and, she suffered for many, many, many years before she figured out there was another way besides drugs that chiropractic is amazing for dealing with headaches. But I just think about all that time where she was suffering, where she could have been getting help. She just didn't know about it.
And that kind of sparks the reason I got into chiropractic myself is from my own mommy. And I call my mom mommy still, even though I'm an adult. Or mama. I'm from the South. She's mostly mama. So my mama was also suffering with pretty bad headaches. I'm not sure if they would fall under the migraine category. I was a kid, so I don't really remember. But she had MRIs. She'd had CAT scans. She'd been under a bunch of different medical professionals' care, medications. I can remember her always just having these headaches, a couple times a week. Some were worse than others. And at a certain point, I think I was in college, and she started seeing a chiropractor because somebody had told her, heck, give it a try. What could be? There's nothing else out there that you haven't tried already. That's the one thing you haven't done yet. And that was where her headaches started to turn around. They started to change. They started to get better. They started to be less severe. They started to be less often. And that was kind of what put me on the path to trying chiropractic myself for my own issues, which was more of a low back and hip problem, but that's how I got turned on to it myself. So if you're a mommy and you have headaches and you want to be able to be a better mom for your kids and, not have to suffer multiple times a week with headaches, give us a call. 615-727-3107. We offer an exam, a consultation, and special x-rays. That test is normally $250, but this week it's only $40.
Yep. My thing is, I don't believe that we are put on this earth to live in pain. Pain exists for a reason. It says get help, fix the problem, and the pain goes away. And that's what we're suggesting that you do. Don't just mask it, hoping that, if you self-medicate that it'll just disappear, because I wish I could say it would. It's not going to. Correct what's going on in your body. Listen to your body. Work with your body. Give us a call, 615-727-3107. Again, as Dr. Liz said, it's an exam, a consultation, x-rays, $250 value for $40 this week. But we have a limited number of spots. Does not include workers' comp or Medicare. Jimmy, how are we looking? How many spots do we have left?
11 spots left.
11 spots. All right. So get on the phone or check us out at a guidetohealthylivingradio.com, and you can either send us a message there or call us. The numbers on there as well. But going back to the mama's story, I'm fortunate that I still have my mom around, and she actually lives here in Nashville as well. So she comes in still, just about every week to still continue to monitor to keep those headaches away. And she still gets a flare up every now and again, but she knows who to come to. And she's lucky that her daughter is a chiropractor. But for those of you who aren't so lucky, give us a call. Let us be your chiropractor.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take care of you as best as we can, just like we would take care of our own mama.
Yep. Another common, symptom that I see with all my neck pain, headache sufferers are that they always tell me like they feel like they need a massage. They say, you know what, I always feel like I need a massage. My muscles are always tight. I'm always having someone rub my back. But the problem is it never goes away. I could get massaged every day, all day long, but it would still be there. Yeah, and the reason is you have to remember what those muscles are attached to. Are those muscles attached to absolutely nothing? No, they're attached to a bone at each end, a different bone at each end. And if that bone is not moving properly, it's pulled out of place, it's going to constantly continue to put tension on those muscles. When you get a massage, it might feel better for a couple hours, maybe a couple days, but then it comes right back out because there's not anything addressing the cause of why those muscles are so tight. Yep. And it's very common. I mean, if you look at statistics for, let's just go tension headaches, 80% of the population have them. So we see this all the time. We're experts in it. We have great results in getting your body healthy again, getting rid of these headaches. So give us a call, 615-727-3107. Again, that's exam, consultation, x-rays, $250 value. We're offering it to our special listeners, $40.
And that's only $40. That's potentially less than your copay.
Yeah. Many people, it is less than their copay.
I know. We're seeing a lot more insurance rise in copays lately. So especially if that's you with a high copay, go ahead and give us a call and let us check it out and see what's going on. We're about to cut to another break, so we just want to throw out that phone number one more time, 615-727-3107, or a guide to healthylivingradio.com. And I also want to invite you to follow us on Instagram or Facebook because I kind of like the social media thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got a lot of cool pictures on there of maybe products that we use ourselves or some meal plans that we've put together ourselves. So check it out. There's some fun pictures there as well.
Yep. And also, when we come back, I want to give a few tips to put your head in a better position, your neck in a better position so you're not feeling all this pain.
Yeah, I want to give you that test I want you to do at home to see if we can help. A Guide to Healthy Living. We'll be back right after this break.
Welcome back again. This is A Guide to Healthy Living here with Dr. Liz and Dr. Jason on 1510 WLAC News Radio. We are your health and wellness experts. We're talking to you this morning about headaches, neck pain. And right now we're going to get into a few tips, things that you can do at home in your workplace to try to take some pressure off that neck and hopefully alleviate a little bit of the problems that are going on with so many of the people that we see every week.
Yeah, some of the things that you do day in and day out are what is leading to or adding to the already existing problem. And so by, maybe you have 12 things that are causing it, but if you can fix 3 or 4 of them, that's going to help you go in the right direction to getting your problem solved.
Mm-hmm. One of the easiest ones that I throw out, especially this time of year, is staying hydrated.
Oh, gosh, yes. And if you watch the video recording of this show later on our website, as I always post them, you'll often notice that I have a big bottle of water or some sort of juice or something pretty close by because I get parched just talking. I can't imagine people that go through the whole day not drinking anything.
And we're talking about good quality, clean water. We're not talking about soda. We're not talking about any other kind of substitute. We want good water put in your system. That's what your body wants and needs.
And don't screw up good water with flavor additives and fake sugars either. I hate those things.
Yes. So there's tip number one. Look at how much water you're drinking. Most people have no idea. They think, I hear this in my office all the time, oh, I drink, 5 8-ounce cups a day. And I'm like, well, how do you know that? They're like, well, I think. So one of the things that you can do so that you know exactly how much you're drinking is all kind of, you can buy water bottles that they're a liter or they have some form of measurement on there. Keep track of your water every day. I bet you more than not, you're going to be surprised at how little water you're consuming.
Yeah, I always recommend exactly the same thing to my patients. I'll say find a good-sized water bottle that has, at least 36 ounces or more. That way you don't have to fill it up as often. And notice how little you actually drink. Keep it in front of you on your desk all the time and make sure you're paying attention to how much water's in that bottle. If there's still too much water in there, start chugging.
Yep.
You should have to get up and pee a lot. That's another thing that if you're not getting up to pee, you're not drinking enough water.
Yep. And again, all these things are going to work better for you if you correct the underlying problem. And that's what we're offering. So again, the best way to do this is give us a call, 615-727-3107. Get an exam, consultation, x-rays. Invest $40 in your health. It's normally a $250 value. Let us show you what's going on. You're correcting the problem and then do these tips on top of it. Man, you're going to have stellar results.
And like I said in the last break, let us take care of you like we would take care of our own mama.
Yeah. Let's talk about the workstation, ergonomics there.
Oh, yes. This seems so insignificant, and I know it's a pain in the butt to have to go talk to your HR department or to have to figure out how to make your desk situation work, but it really, honestly makes a big difference. I'm going to do a demonstration here on the video, so you will have to probably check the video later to actually see what I'm talking about, but two things should happen. Your screen should be high enough so that your eyes are looking at the middle of the screen when you sit up straight, but also your keyboard needs to be close enough that your elbows are to your side. And if you're actually watching the video, this desk is way too high for this chair, but your elbows should be in towards your side so that you have little T-Rex arms. So your keyboard is right here, your mouse is right here as well, and you're not having to reach for anything. You want to keep your shoulders relaxed and you want to keep your head up. So you might have to actually stick something underneath your monitor, or if you're using a laptop, raise your laptop up and get an external what do they call those, wireless keyboards or Bluetooth keyboards, so that you can have the opportunity to not slouch.
Yep. Other easy fixes. If you talk on the phone a lot, a headset. Don't be cradling the phone between your ear and shoulder. Horrible for causing neck problems. Make sure that your workstation is all lined up in front of you, meaning don't have the monitor off on the left-hand side, keyboard on the right-hand side, phone over here, and you're always torqued and twisted to try to do work. Because again, you don't sit in that desk for just a few minutes every day. You're there 8, 10 hours every day, 5 days a week. It adds up quick.
It sure does. I mean, if you're sitting there for more than even an hour at a time, you could be creating damage just sitting in poor posture for 60 minutes.
Yep. And, and if we're talking to you and you're saying, I try to do all these things, but I cannot stand up straight. I can't get my head back. My posture is horrible. One of the underlying problems are that all your bones of your back sit together and they form joints. And if they're not sitting right in that joint, you're not going to be able to have proper posture. Again, that's where a chiropractic adjustment comes in. We get those bones moving right in the joint so that you can start getting your posture where it needs to be.
We keep you from having to be a hunchback in a bell tower. So if you don't want to be a hunchback in a bell tower, give us a call, 615-727-3107. And what that phone call will get you is an exam, consultation, and x-ray. It's normally a $250 value, but give us a call. Let us know you heard us on the radio, and it's only $40.
Yes, give us a call. And again, this is for everybody. It's one of those things that I'm always amazed about. It used to be when I first started in practice, I'd see headaches, usually with, my middle-aged, older people. Now I'm seeing a ton of them with children. I see it all over the place. So if your kids are having headaches, you're having headaches. It's not selective for a specific age group. It works for everybody.
It does, and the reason we see kids is a little bit different than why we see parents and or adults. But I actually have a lot of kids lately that have headaches because of sports injuries, past concussions,
texting, looking down, computer, video games.
The teenagers are more for that one. Yeah. But I'm talking about kids that are 4 and 5 years old with headaches. That's not normal. Kids should never, ever, ever have a headache.
And if your kids are already having headaches this young, that's a problem screaming to be corrected, because they're going to just have that problem develop and grow and grow and grow. And by the time they get in 20s and 30s, it's going to be a major problem. Get it corrected now when it's small, so they don't have to suffer with the same problems that most of their parents are suffering with, unfortunately. Get it corrected.
Yeah, get it corrected. It's easier than you would think. It just requires a little bit of effort to put forth to actually get it fixed. I know taking a pill is the quick, easy option, but it doesn't fix anything.
No. I wish it did. I'd be the biggest advocate of it.
I would invest money in pills all day if that was the truth. But the reason pills are still around is because you have to keep taking them.
But the beautiful thing about the human body is the way that it's designed is you can abuse it for so long, but if you start giving it what it needs, it responds so quick. It's not like, you know what, I've abused it for 5 years, it's going to take me 5 years to get healthy. The body responds great, and that's one of the beautiful things about what we do in chiropractic. The proof is in how you're going to feel and function. I have people that come into my office all the time and say, I don't know about this chiropractic. You know what? I'm not quite sure. And I'm like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. You're going to see the results because you're going to live them.
And a lot of people do come in and they are very hesitant. They're scared. They're nervous. They've heard, things that their coworkers have told them, and they don't really know what to expect. Come in, you'll see how unscary we are. You'll see that other patients are coming in, they're enjoying themselves. It's a happy environment. I know if you come into my office around lunchtime, there's probably 20 other people in there doing their therapies, doing their rehab, getting their adjustments. And you'll see that, these people were also scared when they came in first, and now look at them. They're happy, they're thriving, they're feeling better, they're talking to each other. It's like a community in our office.
It's absolutely a community.
People understand each other there because it's like, oh, hey, man, you're here doing that same therapy. Isn't this one a funny therapy? Sure is. And they're talking back and forth about maybe the funny wobble chair exercise we having them do, but they get it. They start to feel the results. So if we're talking to you, give us a call, 615-727-3107. Don't be scared to see a chiropractor. Give us a call at that number. We'll take an exam. We'll do an exam, take some x-rays, go through a whole consultation, go through your history. Let's see what's actually going on with you. Normally that test is $250. Give us a call, and it's only $40.
But I think Jimmy, where are we at?
We only have 4 left.
Oh, we only got 4 left,
yep.
And it's a short week. So give us a call now so that you can make sure you get in right after the holiday weekend. Maybe you're going out on a boat. Maybe you're going who knows where, but give us a call so you can be sure to get an appointment with us when you get back.
Yep. Another quick tip I want to throw out there is stretching, specifically stretching from like a chin-up bar. You don't have to be completely off the ground. You can leave your feet on the ground. I call it a weighted hang. That'll stretch out all those muscles between your shoulder blades where people get so chronically tight, will help take some pressure off that lower neck.
And I've been teasing about this test that I want you guys to do.
Yeah, tell us about the test.
Yeah, so let's say you're at home after work or the weekend or whatever, and you have a headache, and you're one of these people that we're talking to that have headaches chronically. Don't go take a pill. What I want you to do first is go lay on your bed, on your back, let your head hang off the back of your bed, maybe for a good couple of minutes. Don't stay there too long, no more than 5 minutes. And if that position helps to relieve some of the head pressure or headache pressure that you're feeling, that is a good sign that your headache is coming from a neck problem. And that's the kind of person we need to give us a call. So next time you have a headache, I want you to remember the head hanging test. Go lay on your bed, hang your head off the back just for a minute or two. If that pressure relieves your headache, it's coming from your neck. So give us a call, 615-727-3107. And just so you can have it in your memory bank for when you do get a headache and you run through that test, just remember a guide to healthyliving.radio.com, because you may not be able to call us today, but after you test that and you find out that it is coming from your neck, you're going to want to give us a call then. So a guide to healthyliving.radio.com. Bookmark it in your computer.
Another easy test that goes right along with this, which you're already going to know the answer to, if you know you can put your neck in a certain position, move it in a certain way, it's going to cause you a headache or cause some form of pain in your neck or something that goes down your mid-back or into your arms. Another key indicator that the problem is originating in your neck. Again, exactly what we deal with.
So give us a call. Those tests are very specific that we do, and we find exactly where those problems are coming from so that we know better how to treat you. The consultation exam and x-ray, we go through that with each individual on a one-on-one basis, and that test is normally $250. And for the mere cost of basically a copay for $40, we can have that problem assessed and addressed and give you our best recommendations for how to get that problem corrected so that you don't have to keep suffering with these headaches and neck pain anymore.
Yeah.
Give us a call, 615-727-3107, or again, check us out at aguidetohealthylivingradio.com.
Yep. And when we come back next week, we're going to give you more tips, more things that you can do in the workstation, at home, so that you can put your body in the best possible position so you're not dealing with all of this pain.
Yeah, and again, go on there on our website. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We'd love to hear more from you. Again, if you need that phone number one more time for a consultation, exam, and x-ray, it's 727-3107. Invest $40, and we would love to hear from you soon. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, enjoy yourself, Nashville.